Hello, and welcome to another episode of Cranial Diarrhea coming to you from
There.
Area 57. I am Tiff. This is the second part of our tangent that we went on.
Yes.
Um, what started out as a reaction show turned into something completely different. And I guess we're going to expand on that. So,
This is another one just like the other one.
kind of want a
Hey,
snack.
so kind of what we have low carb bars downstairs. Let's get one after this.
Okay.
Unless you want one now, you can go get one. I'll hold down the show. There
No,
is,
that means I have to fight the dogs off.
well, and that also means maybe we'll start barking again.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
So what we were talking about, which was really interesting to me, we were talking about daughter when she see not necessarily when she sees people. I guess when you get to know people,
Yeah.
she files them in her brain by color. She highlights them. So we were kind of getting into that discussion and where we left off. And it's like I really don't remember this because it was like a minute and a half ago. So I'm going to fake it here. Where we left off, we were kind of talking about like this certain colors represent certain feelings, like maybe comfort or caution or love or whatever. And that's kind of where we were. And as we left off, I think you were basically explaining you had done kind of talked about my color, your mom's color, your other dad's color, and that's kind of where we were.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the thing is, we did find out this was a whole thing.
We did.
What was it called again?
I don't remember.
I don't either, but we looked it up. I guess I could Google it again.
Right. If we're gonna have a conversation, I feel better about turning and looking at you having a
Okay. Well,
conversation.
that'll work. We're not going to look at y'all today.
No.
So anyway, let's let's
Maybe a
get
little.
let's get back into this a little bit now. So
Okay.
so basically, when you first see a person, do you see a color? Because you kind of alluded to the fact that you kind of did on a certain person, but then it changes as you get to know them. So like when you
Not
were
when I
first,
not when I first see him. So that example, it was we've been in, that person and I have been in the same family for quite a long time. Um, but we just never, I guess, had much in common. And that happens, right? In families, like you
yeah,
live different
of
lives, you're
course,
different people.
of course,
It is what it is. But I never had any ill will toward her or anything, and she never that I know of towards
hmm,
me. But just her personality and just the who she was in my brain was this really light, airy blue. And as I've gotten to know her better and bond with her, and start this friendship with her, her color changed to a really deep forest green.
okay. So okay, so there's three basic variations that I've heard on colors so far. Okay,
Okay.
that you've kind of stuck with. You have the blue, black, kind of purple, that whole spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Green, you've mentioned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The yellow and orange spectrum, which is kind of in there, you've kind of mentioned that a lot. So it's really like, do you not see like many other colors? Are they all variations of kind of those three spectrums?
So I don't see a lot of reds. Only one person have I seen black, and it's my daughter, which is a little
But she's changing.
terrifying. But I don't think black means like
No, nothing. It's just
anything like I don't know. Maybe it was black because she hasn't fully come into her own yet or something. I don't know. So it was just like void of color for me until I don't know.
let's just okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. Close your eyes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say some names, and you just tell me the color you see. I want to see if this is
Do I know these people?
probably not. Well, you know of them.
Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see color if I don't
That's
know
what I.
them.
That's what I want
Okay.
to. That's what I
Okay.
want to see.
All right.
Okay.
Why am I
Uh,
closing my eyes?
and that how you see color? Do you know? Okay, you can
I can
open your
see
eyes
it.
then. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how this
You can't
works.
visualize color?
Close. No.
Okay.
Like, how do you? No, I don't.
Okay.
What do you mean visualize color?
I don't know, but I am gonna turn away from you because I feel like the mic's changing might influence.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to name it. Some of these are going to be like maybe family members or people you know, and some of them are going to be just like people in general in public. I just want to see something here,
Okay.
okay? Joe Biden.
Mustard yellow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Mustard yellow. We're going to come back to that. Okay. Um, your, I can't think of her name, your boss.
Megan.
Get Megan.
Megan is a very light orange.
Okay. Donald Trump. No color?
No color.
Okay. Um, Jimmy.
He's like a just after a rainstorm hit the dirt mud color. Like a very earthy brown.
Okay. What about, I'm trying to think of some people that, I'm trying to get a spectrum of color here
Mm-hmm.
to kind of see if there's anything, Hulk Hogan. No color? Okay. What about, I'm trying to think of famous people and I can't think of any. I'm kind of going blank here. And what about Heather?
My sister?
Yes.
Heather is like a lighter brown. Like think faded cowboy boot
Okay.
brown.
I kind of get that faded leather. Okay. I kind of get that. So that's a new spectrum with her and Jimmy. That's a brown spectrum
Mm-hmm.
that we really haven't heard of before. Um, what about? I should have really written down a list of names, shouldn't I? This would have been so much better. This was so good in my head, and it's just not working out that way. What about Beverly?
Bebe.
Mm-hmm.
She is a not like a light blue, but not like a dark. Like she's right in the middle of light blue and dark blue.
Okay. What about Shannon? Because y'all have so much in common.
Shannon is a high, bright purple, like a
So,
really electric purple.
so what do you think? Because y'all have a lot in common, so I'm kind of wondering what that represents to you.
I don't know. That's just so
No
nice.
idea.
I have no idea.
Ice cream. It represents ice cream.
I have no idea.
What about the DoorDash delivery guy?
No,
That's your favorite.
no color.
No color for the DoorDash guy?
No, contrary to popular belief, we are not best friends.
What about your grandfather?
Which one?
Your mom's dad.
Maroon.
Maroon. Okay,
Yes,
that's.
maroon.
I guess that's kind of on the orange, just spectrum. Maybe you think? Yeah, a little more red. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I'm just. I'm just.
You know, and I think his is a little tainted because I associate him. Of course, he's my grandfather, but I associate him with Alabama because that's where that whole family's
Okay.
from, and so I think
That
maybe
kind of.
maybe
Okay.
that
So I'm
influences.
gonna ask this one and this one. Your aunt, that is your mom's twin sister.
Mm-hmm.
What color?
Stacy. Stacy.
And the
There's
reason
not one.
I was just wondering if you kind of saw similar shades
No, I don't. I don't have
there.
a color for her.
Wow. That's, and you're looking confused.
Yeah, there's not a color for her. I
Okay.
don't know. I don't want to explore that too deeply.
No, you look confused. That's why I stopped. You were
Yeah,
like,
it's weird.
yeah, because you said you had, so she's filed in she's my aunt file.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it's just interesting to kind of um, trying to think of another like famous person. I just want to see if there's some kind of correlation between famous people.
Okay.
So let's go with Tom Cruise.
No, I can almost see a color, but I think it's because my other dad is a big fan, and so I associate.
Kind of that color scheme there.
Yeah.
What about Eddie Murphy? No color.
Mhm.
So I think what I'm getting at here is I think because like when I said Joe Biden, there was a color.
Mhm.
But I think we all kind of have that connection because of him being president. We kind
Maybe,
of pay attention to some of the things he says.
maybe.
And then on most of these stars, you're not really having colors because it's not really something that affects your life.
Yeah, unless I can associate it with someone in
Right,
my life, and
right,
then they share kind of a color scheme, a color scheme.
right. And that's kind of what
Yeah.
I'm wondering there. If it's like, because like if I said, um, I don't know, like who's an athlete? If I said, and do you do like, if I said Pittsburgh Steelers, would that bring up a color or bring up their team colors? I'm probably
Right,
saying,
their team
yeah.
colors, but not.
Uh, I was just wondering if certain things associate, like if I said Terry Bradshaw.
No,
So
no,
I just wondered if that associated with like the team colors or anything.
no,
What if I say Rocky? Nothing?
nothing.
That's really cool because it's like you got to have some kind of connection there or some kind of, yeah. I guess it's, for me, it's kind of seeming like it's got to have some kind of impact on your life,
Mm.
with the exception of one, which is kind of confusing to me, but I don't want to dive into that either because you really looked confused.
Yeah, I think it has. Maybe it has something to do with like stuff that's happened, and you know,
I don't, I don't
like people I thought I knew or not what I thought I knew about these people, or it's not what I knew. Like it changed. And so maybe that's left me a little confused.
yeah, I don't know. It just, when you looked confused, I was kind of like,
Yeah, well, it's weird, right? Like,
yeah. So I just, that connection, I guess, is what I was trying to see if it was like,
but you know, the other thing that I noticed is when you were asking me and you were like, your aunt, and you know, like I had to say their name.
I was noticing that too.
Yeah,
Like you, it just wasn't anything wasn't coming to you till you said their name.
right. And then I did end up closing my eyes so I could block out, you know, because obviously there's a lot of color in this room and I
Right.
didn't want to, but I just really, I don't know. Some of them I had to kind of like,
Really focus in on.
yeah, let my brain do what my brain does.
It's just, I mean, it's just that there's something there with some kind of connection.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have. I'm thinking you have to have some kind of connection to associate a color. Now, maybe with your aunt, maybe there's some mixed signals
Maybe.
or whatever.
Maybe. I mean, I love her.
No,
She's
I'm
my
not
aunt,
saying
but I just
that.
don't. I don't think.
I'm not saying
I
that.
don't. I don't think that we know each other very well anymore.
And maybe that's why. And you know, as people
Yeah.
get older, that happens. I mean, you
Yeah.
just don't
Yeah.
hang
Yeah. Yeah.
around
Yeah. I'm not
anymore.
saying anything about that.
No,
Like
it's
by
nothing.
that, I'm just saying I just don't think that we know each other
No, you just don't
very well
spend a
anymore.
lot of time
Yeah.
together anymore, and that happens. I mean, it's just part of life. Everybody grows up. Everybody gets busy.
Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of it is. Oh, Jim Kirby. I want to hear this one.
Jim is silver.
Silver.
Jim is silver.
What
Jim is
is
silver.
what does that even mean? We haven't had a silver.
I don't know. Jim is
Leave it to
silver.
Kirby to break the spectrum.
Jim is silver.
He breaks everything.
Yeah. Damn it, Jim.
He's not Star Trek. So what does silver I mean, what does that represent? What do you think that represents? I don't know.
If I had to wager a
Is that
guess,
because the beer cans are silver?
if I had to wager a guess, I would say Because when I think of gym, I think beer cans, I think tools, I think
which are all silver.
car parts, I
Okay.
think, yeah,
Okay. That makes sense.
pew pews.
Damn it, Jim, you had to go in and break the system
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Can't depend on him for nothing. What about, what about your neighbor across the street?
Oh, I don't.
You don't know them well enough. Okay. Um, oh, I want to know this. This, and there's a reason. What about Bandy? Not the team. Bandy, your dog.
My dog,
Do you see colors for animals?
Vandy, I associate with the palest blue.
Hmm.
The palest blue.
Okay. You think that's because of his eyes?
I think so.
What about Mabel? Since she's barking.
It's hard because she's so entwined with Angela.
Mm-hmm.
It's like purple, but it's not. It maybe like a muted.
See, that's unique because you
Hang
said,
on, because I'm seeing it. It's like if you take dark purple, but you mix in the color of her fur with the purple, and it's like this mauve muted purple.
that's weird because you said one of the colors you see with Angela was that dark purple.
Yes, and that's why I said it's difficult because it's.
What about Dixie?
Mm,
And the reason I was asking is because Bandy has a connection, of course,
mhm.
um, but the connection to Angela. Mabel has the connection to Angela, and Angela loves Dixie too, but Mabel's her
Yeah,
pick.
right.
So I'm just kind of, I guess what I'm trying to do is see if these colors relate. Like,
Hmm.
like say if it's something that say I like, does it more relate to an R or someone that I might be close? Oh, you need to turn that on. If it's someone that I'm close to or something that you may not know as well, does that color relate off my color? I'm not necessarily me, but I mean I'm just saying in general to people.
I don't know.
So what about okay?
Okay.
What about Anthony?
Hmm. Anthony. Anthony is like an olive green. It's like a mix between gold and green.
Okay, I was just wondering because amethyst. Now, what color is amethyst? It's kind of like that purplish lilac.
Yeah, it's like a.
It's hard to describe. I couldn't describe it. I know what it looks like, but I was
Yeah,
just trying to describe it.
yeah.
I was just curious how things work out. I mean, how it relates, you know. But
Yeah.
that's really interesting. But the one that, like I said, that I think because when you're looking, I can see you can kind of see that your facial when you close your eyes,
Mhm.
and if you can see it on here, you'll kind of see your facial expression kind of changes a little bit when the color comes in.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So like I don't want you to look at the I want it so you can see this, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna go back through some of the ones and we'll just see if your facial expression changes when you think about them, okay? I want to see this. All right. So I'm gonna go through let's start off with Brandon.
Now I don't like
Yeah, now
I've
you're conscious of it, so it ain't
yeah.
gonna work. Yeah. Yeah, it ain't gonna work. Never mind. Because now you're conscious
Now
of
I
it.
know I'm doing it.
Yeah. But if you go back and look when you're looking at this, when I'm calling some of these names
Uh,
and you're seeing the color, there's small differences in your expression.
huh, okay.
And I'm wondering if that's part of it or maybe it's just where you're like, shit, what color am I seeing?
No, because I don't think about like I. It's not me thinking
Okay,
about reaching for a color.
I'm gonna
Like
try this. You asked me people. I'm gonna try to see a color.
okay, but if I mention a name and it's somebody we've already talked about, are you gonna steal my color?
No, I'm gonna say it's my color.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't. Okay, I'm gonna try.
Um, Lisa.
I'm not seeing color.
Okay. Um, your mom.
Still not seeing color.
Okay.
I don't have this ability.
The twins.
Still not.
Yeah.
I don't have that ability. I can do this though. Say a name. Watch this.
Scarlet.
Cheeseburger. Give me another one.
Angela.
Cheeseburger.
Stupid.
Another one. I love my grandkids. I was just being silly. You could have said, Pee Wee Herman, cheeseburger. Sandra Bullock, cheeseburger.
Oh my god.
I see cheeseburgers.
Blech.
I really don't. I don't. I mean, it's not, I love my grandchildren immensely. You know that.
Mhm.
But I don't see colors.
So, is there something that you do associate people with other than color?
Not really.
No?
I don't think so. I don't,
Okay.
no, not that I'm aware of. Like, what would it be? What would you associate people?
I don't know anything. I mean, like I said, like there are different, other than the color thing. There are different things like I said, I was talking in the last show, like RC Cola and chess pie and potato salad and Miracle Whip. Like I associate those things when I have those things or I look at those things or whatever, I think about my paternal grandparents.
but isn't that more of things that you did? Like
No, it's just
for instance,
it just like it triggers a memory, but I'm not saying that I
like for
necessarily
instance,
associate like a chess pie I do associate
if
with my
you
grandfather.
if you say like a good greasy cheeseburger, the real good ones where it runs down your arm, then I think of mom's cheeseburgers because she always
Okay.
cooked those.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's
Yeah.
not necessarily associated there, but I do think of
Right.
those. If you say like chocolate pie, I think of mom's chocolate pie because
Hmm.
that was what I ate. If you say that pineapple casserole, I think of you because that's what you fix that I like. Is that kind of what you're getting at?
Maybe a little, yeah. Isn't I mean
But I
like
don't really associate. I don't like
but
see.
you don't
I
think
don't
about
see. I
somebody
don't
and you
look at you and say, "Oh,
pineapple
pineapple
casserole.
casserole." No. But if you say pineapple casserole, I'm like, "Oh, well, Tiffany makes that,
Right,
and it's
right.
really good."
Yeah.
Teresa said she just woke up. Howdy.
Say good morning, yellow.
She won't never get that.
No.
I put. She said, "Good morning, Mama." She'll understand.
Okay.
But I don't like if you say fried pork chops, I'm like, well, Teresa makes some really good fried pork chops.
Mm.
Okay, I mean, but I don't say, oh, there's Teresa fried pork chop. Or I want fried pork chop. I just or like if you say casserole,
Yeah. So while it triggers like
I guess a thought.
yeah, it's not something that you
Like if you say chicken,
immediately
I don't think
associate.
Colonel Sanders.
Mm.
I think Uncle Bud's. It's better chicken. Just saying. But it doesn't. I don't really. And I'm wondering if that's because I'm not real perceptive to like spirituality type things. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about spirituality.
I don't know because I feel like that's just a theory at this point. Like
Well,
they
I'm
don't
thinking
know
it's
that those things are
well
tied
maybe, but I'm thinking like more in tune with Mother Earth.
together.
I don't.
Become in tune with Mother Earth.
I don't know. You see mud. So you see the colors of the rainbow.
It's not mud.
Oh, oh. You could like when you meet somebody, you could say, "I see skies of blue, red roses too," and I think to myself, "What a colorful day."
No. It's again, it's not
And
when
I
I
think
meet
to
someone,
myself,
I have to interact with this person over a length of time.
I can just see you singing that. I see your gray. I like hay.
But in doing that exercise, it did make me realize that while some of it is personality based, there are also circumstances where I associate, like things with people, which
Influence the color, you think?
influences the color.
So do you think one of the reasons mine's orange is because you associate UT with me?
It's a possibility.
I mean,
I
just
can't say one
it's
hundred
kind of
percent
because
no.
you said it's a reddish orange, so maybe part of the orange is from UT.
Maybe.
Why am I doing a butterfly? I have no idea.
Really
I have
short.
no idea.
Really short. Yeah.
Maybe I'm blocking.
Well, like I said, I think because of those things, like maybe it doesn't give my brain a chance to select a color. It's like predetermined based
And
on
it's kind of a mixture of maybe like
maybe.
feelings and things that
Yeah,
look
because
alike.
I think like the silver for Jim, right? It
It's the
he
Coors
got
Light can.
this
Let's just
he
be
got
honest.
this case of Coors Light and he was drinking it and for some reason the silver of the can was coming off on his lips.
He was the Silver Surfer.
So
Surfer.
I called him the Tin Man all night long, and I think maybe
That's
that's
why.
it. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to try something else now. I'm going to
Okay.
name some people, and you name the food that comes to mind. Let's see if there's a correlation,
Oh.
if this even happens.
Okay.
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 All right. So we're going to go through this.
Okay.
All right. Brandon.
Steak.
I get that. Angela.
Chicken tenders.
I get that. I get that. Yes. Yes. I was going to say ranch dressing.
Chicken tenders.
But we're going to keep going, all right?
Okay.
Because those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your mom.
Pot roast.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like one of her favorites? Or is that something she makes
It's something she makes.
that you like?
Yes.
Okay.
I also like her spaghetti, but pot roast came to
Pot
mind
roast
first.
is better. Okay.
Yeah, not better, but it just came to mind first.
Okay. Jimmy.
Grilled chicken.
I see that because he eats a lot of grilled chicken with salads.
Yes.
I do see that. Kirby.
Potato cakes.
Teresa.
Mexican.
Beverly.
Onions and peppers.
That's pretty spot on. Shannon.
Oh, some sort of fish.
That's yourself.
Myself. Probably spaghetti.
Me.
Cheeseburgers.
It's pretty legit.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody knew that one.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden. Okay, that's what I was wondering because the people you kind of know,
Mm-hmm.
you've associated with things that, like when we've been out to eat or whatever, they enjoyed.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? But the colors don't seem to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if that's because you're influenced on the food because you kind of
I've
know
seen
what
them
they
eat
like,
it.
right?
Yeah.
But the colors are more of just a natural feeling, perception, whatever you want to call it.
Maybe.
That's really cool. All right. I can't think of any other avenue to explore this. Like to compare. The food was the thing I wanted to compare. Your grandfather
Which one?
on your mom's side. We did. It was red.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah.
What are we doing?
Food.
Turkey.
Is that like his
Like
favorite food?
Thanksgiving turkey.
Now, is that because that's his favorite food, or that's a memory where he carves the turkey? What do you think?
I don't think it's his favorite food.
So maybe that's a memory of him carving the turkey.
Maybe. I know that there was one year that he grabbed the turkey pan like totally Clark Griswold burnt the shit out of his hand.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
That's really, it's just cool to kind of explore this because the food thing I get because you, and that's kind of where I was going with this. You've kind of related that. Okay, your other dad, food.
Food? He's steak.
Is that like what he enjoys the most?
I maybe. I don't think so. I think he likes wings better. I'm not sure, but I know we grilled out a lot as
So
kids.
that's maybe that's a memory thing
Maybe.
then. Okay. I'm just, I mean, neither here nor
Yeah.
there on that. I just, that's kind of more of a relatable thing. So
Yeah.
I think that's totally different than the
It's
colors.
that's probably not his favorite. Like his favorite's probably something that his mother would make. But I associate steak with him.
Yeah, but that's more of
It's
a,
because we would grill out and eat steak on TV trays and watch NASCAR
there you go.
when I was younger. So
So that's a memory
maybe,
thing.
yeah,
So, okay. But the color thing is not associated with any of that. It's just the
no,
thing.
yeah.
Okay, that's just, I just wanted to compare. I thought that was interesting.
Mm.
So my scientific research is complete. I have no clue what it means. It's just this just really interesting.
Mhm.
Now, and you said because when we were talking, because you said the colors never really change. Like if you get mad at somebody, you still see the same colors.
Mhm.
Okay, it's just wild. You know, we have spent like an hour and a half on this topic. It's really cool to me.
I hope other people think it's cool
I
too,
don't
or
really
we're
care if they do or
just
not.
wasted a lot of time.
But no, it's just it is really cool because I've never, like I said, I'd never heard of this till you just said it this morning, and this is a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna try one more time with your aunt that you couldn't come up with a color.
I don't.
Close your eyes. Think deep.
Okay.
Think cheeseburger.
Okay. Stacy. Stacy.
I can tell you're not getting anything because your facial
Nothing.
expression never
Yeah,
altered.
there's nothing.
Yeah, that's okay. Doesn't really mean anything either way.
I don't think so.
It was just I was the reason I wanted to do that again. I wanted to see if your facial expression even changed at all as you were focusing on it,
Hmm.
but it really didn't.
Yeah.
I think it's more of when the color actually comes to you.
Yeah.
There's the
Because I mean,
reaction.
there are a million things that I could associate with her, right? Like, right off the bat, I get Ruby Slippers because Wizard of Oz was I always watched it with her. But that's not
But that's a thing, not the color you're seeing.
right.
But here's the thing: I was kind of like, and the reason I did, and I don't know. I mean, this is, but as you were focusing on different people, there would be small expression changes, and I was just kind of wondering if that was because of a memory that maybe you're subconsciously thinking as the color flashes.
No, when the color, because here's how it works, right? So when I think about the person, the color flashes, right? I see the color and then I see the person's face. So it's
Well,
like
you're pretty lucky if you see
color
my
face,
face. Yeah.
color face.
So it goes back and forth, or
No,
it's just
it's
color
well,
then
it's
face,
color and then face.
but it doesn't go back to color.
No, no, no.
It's just really interesting to me. I wonder if anybody we need to like. I wish I would have never mentioned your facial expressions and just went through them again and let you do so because I noticed
Yeah,
that, but I noticed it kind of late. So now you would be thinking about
right. It wouldn't be authentic.
it. No, it's going to be interesting to watch though
Yeah.
as we
If
go
we can
through.
see, I mean, I don't, I'm
Oh,
kind of
that's
facing,
true too. You're kind of facing away, so you may not be able to.
maybe.
That was that. It's just really interesting to me. And I know this is totally off, and we were going to do a,
Hmm.
but folks, this is what we do. We
Yeah.
we get into subjects and we just talk.
Yeah.
So anyway,
But, it's interesting too that because everybody that you mentioned that we did that exercise with was someone that I have like a decent relationship. with. I mean, there are issues with everybody, right? You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah,
But
but
I don't know.
that's just really, I don't know. And it's more like, from what I get, what I'm kind of gathering, and the reason I did the stars thing was to see if it's like somebody that you follow that like has an impact on your life, like the president of the United States,
Mhm.
because you follow politics,
Mhm.
you had a color.
Mhm.
But when we got to other things, you really didn't have colors. So it's more of what, I guess, a perception of the relationship in relations to how it affects you. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's just wild. I wonder if there's anybody else in your family that does that.
But I don't think so. I mean, I brought it up to my mom uh, on Mother's Day, and she thought it was weird too. So I tells me she doesn't do it.
Well, I mean, like maybe Shannon or somebody in our family. I don't know.
Maybe, maybe
I
it'd
don't
be
know.
interesting to see.
That would be interesting. I'm gonna, hey
I'm
Shannon.
gonna, I'm gonna, I'll ask my sisters because I think if anybody, it would be siblings, right?
Well,
But
I don't know because
and then if
here's the
you want to
reason.
ask, you
Here's
can
the
ask
reason.
girl.
Here's the reason I asked
I just don't
Shannon.
want to come off like a psycho. You know what I mean?
Do your see colors?
Psychopath.
No, here's the reason I mentioned Shannon because y'all do have so much in common. Your interests are so much alike.
Yeah,
I just wonder if
maybe.
I mean I'm
Or
just
if she does, I don't know that she'd be so open to be like, yeah, I see color. You
hmm,
know, because it's crazy.
yeah. I see. There's red. There's blue. There's green.
Insane. Like who does that?
I don't know. I just
Me?
that was that was pretty interesting though. So I guess next week, are we going to start our new format? Or are we going to do one more week of?
No, I think we're okay to start our new format. I think to be completely honest with you, I think we may have just gone down a road that we should continue down.
I'm kind of thinking that.
Um
I kind of like that because that was really interesting.
yeah,
But I mean, there's nothing about me that's interesting like that.
it's not even like that. Like I don't know. I'm pretty weird enough for the both of us, I think.
Well, I mean, we're all weird in our own ways. We all have our own things. But I mean, just I guess my thing is, and maybe there is, and maybe I just don't pay attention to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's really interesting though. And maybe we add in things like that if we find different facets.
Hmm.
I can't really think of what to call it. And as we're looking at stuff and go, hey, yeah, I kind of do that. Let's talk about this a little bit. See,
Yeah.
there's my 10 ideas. I'm done. Hello, Richard.
Your 10 ideas that I'm responsible for
Yes,
yet again.
yes.
Okay.
I'm old. I will say this. It was funny because I think Teresa has shown everybody that picture where we were up there playing whatever that game was at the ice cream place, and we were both standing in
Cornhole.
the same.
She never posted any of the pictures.
I don't know what she's done for anything, but I'm talking about she's been showing everybody that picture
Mm.
that we were. I don't even remember
Mhm.
how we were standing now.
With our hands on our hips like we were superheroes. We were like,
I see ice cream. I'm like Joe Biden. I'm here
was that
because
before or after you destroyed your shirt?
I think that was that. Y'all, I'm eating an ice cream cone, okay? This thing's trying to melt. And I'm sitting there and I'm eating the ice cream cone, and all at once it just starts pooping on me. It was like diarrhea. It just kept coming. And I just had to watch it. It was like I couldn't even move the
His
cone. I'm just
face,
watching it.
he was so upset because he was like, half of my ice cream is like
And,
on my
and
shirt.
I've been doing really good. I'm down 60 pounds. I've been doing good. So I was enjoying my ice cream, and it just pooped on my shirt. And I was so
This is
upset I
really
couldn't
funny.
move it. I was just like,
It was like, but I said, Real champions don't eat their food, they wear it.
That's right. And I am a champion. But my ice cream cone, it was pooping. It was diarrhea.
All down his shirt.
And I mean, it wasn't a little bit. It was like a
Yeah, I
chocolate
know.
fountain coming.
It's like a little
Kept running.
it's like a little kid who's made a mess and they're making a mess.
I never get to eat ice cream. I don't know how. I'm just.
I forgot how to eat ice cream like an
That's like
adult.
the little kid, the first time they eat ice cream, they're eating it really quick, and it's like, oh. But it did. It pooped all over me.
All over.
But what color did you see that day? Like, do you see a color for just a like if you're doing something in a general? I don't know why I'm doing this, but if you see like if you're in a general setting, like at like maybe a cookout or something, do you see like a general color?
Like a color scheme? Or
Yeah,
a theme?
yeah, or something, or is it just the individuals?
Just individuals.
Okay, I just wondered.
Yeah.
That was a really good show.
Maybe. I don't know.
I thought it was. I thought it was interesting to me. I don't really care what anybody else thought. Hence why I
Hope
argue.
everybody likes their colors.
Yeah, really. Quit using your super soaker as a bidet.
Oh my god.
Uh, are we ending or are we just going to
Oh. Was that your closing?
No,
Jesus.
but I don't know. We had that awkward moment pause there. I was like, what are we doing?
Okay. Until next time.
Wow, you colors. Hello, Richard.
Goodbye, Richard.